Alrighty, it is time for the Seal of Orichalcos knockout tournament, and in this one it is Taya going up against Duke Devlin. So Duke Devlin only did a Duelist Kingdom run, he didn't do a Battle City run. Taya's deck though is still very similar to Duelist Kingdom because she didn't play in the Battle City tournament. So Taya's deck, it has had a couple of cards added to it, but it's very similar to a Duelist Kingdom deck because Taya never really used any really that different cards. What we did add was Eitsu, Suitsu, and Koitsu just for a bit of fun, just to see if Taya could ever get one of those working because they are fairies. Their deck is still based around fairy monsters and equip cards. And as we know, Duke's deck, we haven't seen it for a while on the channel. However, it does still contain all of his classic cards that he used. And Dice Jar is still floating around in that deck, and the rule will apply again. If Duke Devlin draws Dice Jar, he has to play it. He has to play the effect, because the effect is so chaotic and so unpredictable. It just makes more fun viewing, because we don't really expect Duke to go on any winning streaks anytime soon. I think in Duelist Kingdom, he only won like maybe 7 or 8 games. He only won about half of them, so the deck isn't structured to win. The deck is just structured for entertainment purposes more than anything, but he's drawn Gradius and Cyclone Laser on his first turn. And Taya has pulled another Shining Angel. So we did add a card or two to her deck to give her a little bit of a change, as she is now in the Seal of Orichalcos phase. Alrighty, what has Taya got? She's got a face down and a face down defense and a Shining Angel to defense as well. Okay, I think that's where comments are starting from. So Duke now has 2 Strike Ninjas. He's got Dice Flops as well. Some of his dice cards really are not good as well, but it's always fun when you see a dice roll. He does have that, there's a trap card that he has. I can't remember the name of it, but you can change the dice roll effect and you can almost get a guaranteed win with Dice Jar. There's Negate Attack from Taya, so that will end Duke's battle phase. Emperor Pikachu says, I think Devln was a little underrated in the Orichalcos season. It would have been nice to have his deck in the real world, but Devln, those characters played for such a short time as well. We didn't really see enough of them. SCH 292 was... that was to do with the car repairs. Yes, USD. My old Honda Accord catalytic converter got stolen by meth heads. Oh. I've heard that it's quite bad in California in terms of sort of like, what do you call it, street crime caused by drug use. I have heard, yes, in California it's really bad. I've heard it's really bad in Canada as well, in Ottawa, I think. And I think it was like one of the worst places in the world for it, which is surprising to hear. Like here in Australia, whenever we hear Canada, we kind of think of this country that's in the forest, really peaceful, really quiet. Apparently it's anything but. I've never been to Canada, so I can't say from experience. It's just word in the hood kind of thing. But yeah, SEH said he bought a Lexus IS 300 and said that they are one of the most used and abused cars. That is 100% correct. People that buy those cars for some reason drive them into the ground and then sell them to someone else so they can deal with all the problems that come with them. So check engine light was flashing, like maybe a gas cap or something, new oil filter, new gas cap, but the check engine light still came on. So, oh, your car needs a timing belt package, cam and crankshells, valve cover gaskets, and evap codes. Now, the thing with my car's from 1991, 1992, so all of the electronics and like the computer chips, like it's got an ECU in it, but it's a very basic one. Nothing ever goes wrong with it. In fact, there's so little technology and build in my car. Like, even if something goes wrong with it, it can still drive. Like, the main issue with my car right now is that the engine's breathing a bit bad, so a lot of dirt is getting sucked through the throttle body. But you can just clean it out once every 6 months, and the car will still function just fine. It accelerates like a turd, but apart from that, it's all right. But that's why, like, people have said to me, like, why don't you buy a new car? That car's old. Look, it's starting to rust. It's like, yeah, the reason why I don't buy a new car is because I don't want to have to deal with all the crap that comes with buying a used car. Even if I bought a brand new car, as soon as you drive that car off the lot, it's devalued by like, what is it, like 40%, 50% or something ridiculous. Like, they are horrible investments. So until the day that 92 Camry can no longer physically drive, I'm sticking with that car. So I'm sure everyone can relate in some way that they all wish that they kept their first car, as it's part of like a sentimental thing. It was my nan's as well, my grandmother's. She was the only owner. She bought it brand new, so the car was very well looked after as well. And then it come into my hands. I drove it when it was overheating once. I won't be doing that again, but yes, if you need a timing belt package along with gaskets and stuff, yeah, that means that you're pretty much going to be taking the whole engine apart, rebuilding it, putting it back together. So yeah, it'll cost a lot of money to fix. I think the only thing that really goes wrong with my car is something that, like, the only way that car stops driving is if something goes catastrophically wrong. Even when the car was overheating and 2 of the pistons blew, that car could still start and could still technically drive forward. It couldn't really pick up any speed, of course, but with 2 of its 4 pistons blown, it could still start, it just shows that those old Toyotas, like, they were built to last. So, like, as long as there's like back order parts available, and for Toyota, getting parts for them are actually really easy. That car will go forever. As Taya summons Happy Lover. All right, let's continue on. Glowiva says Joey truly has a pathetic deck. He really does. Joey's anime decks, when you actually use them in the real world, they are terrible decks. Like, Joey's deck is horrible. It's like so based on luck. You have to draw the right cards, otherwise the deck just absolutely bricks itself. And look at this. It looks like Duke might be picking up the first win here. Taya's only got 400 life points. And Glowiva also said, this is for the Duelist Kingdom little compilation I did yesterday. Did you play against a person? Because the moves are pretty strong. No, that was all against AI. Made a new account on my Switch, a new profile. Sorry, I'm bumping the mic a little bit. So I can recollect all the cards again to open up more deck slots. That was actually an idea I got from Alejandro Fernandez, who said he too had made other accounts, collected all the cards a few times so he could have more deck slots available. And that idea just never come to me until I read his comments, so that's what we're starting to do here. Moonwolfie says, Joey just didn't have it to beat Kyber today. It was for the Joey and Kyber match. And Alejandro Fernandez says, Kyber would invent a second time machine. If he ever lost to a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck like Joey, just to go back in time and prevent that from happening. No doubt. And Kyber would be the one to go all out to try to get the technology to time travel. If he ever lost a wheeler, he would he wouldn't be happy. All right. Taya is, I tell you what, she is holding on by a thread. She's got no cards in her hand. She drew the lucky Iron Axe, which managed to give him a monstrous stalemate. Duke's he's only got magic and traps. Oh, there's Dice Jar. It's only 200 attack. And the rules state that he has to play it. That's what we agreed on here, because Dice Jar is such a fun card. So if Taya loses the dice roll, she'll lose the match. And Taya, names the Dark Witch. Not a bad card. So Taya, in theory, could have 200 life points left. Dice Jar is flipped up. Duke rolls a 4. Taya rolls a 4. Actually, I think that's Taya's roll. Taya rolls a 5. Duke rolls a 2. 2,500 off Duke Devlin. If that hit Taya, the match would be over. But now, you names the Dark Witch. Duke Devlin does have a Swords of Revealing Light. There's another Dice Foon. Moonwolfie says, Raptor got that first duel, but Chum battled his way back to a win. Chum Lee his duels are getting better and better. He's really at that stage now where he's having really good matches with the Battle Cities. He's playing against Weevil today, which should be a really good match. As Taya played a D-Spell, she got rid of Swords of Revealing Light, and now Duke Devlin is in trouble. He's down to 2,250 life points. And, there's Needle Wall. Duke does have Negate Attack as well. And Alejandro Fernandez says, well, the dub of 5Ds was shortened. They cut an entire arc and half of another. They did that with GX as well. They didn't dub the last season. Why do Konami do that? Why do they finish half of the English dub and then just stop doing it? It's like, Konami's great. They gave us Yu-Gi-Oh, but that just seems unprofessional in a way. Like, finish what started. Considering like they were so close to the end of GX anyway. Octavia Hirschberg says, Americans are not afraid of Australian animals. Remember, Bandit Keith was the only one to beat Chum Lee in his Duelist Kingdom run. That is true. That was a good match too, that Chum and Keith match. As Needle Wall unbelievably has hit a dice roll of 3 and has destroyed You Names the Dark Witch. Taya plays Shard of Grease. She's been hanging on by a thread for about the last 6 or 7 turns. Orgoth the Relentless. Duke Devlin cannot finish her off. He does have a Trap Hole, which he didn't activate for You Names the Dark Witch. Which may have been a good move, because still having Trap Hole now. And, Taya's drawn a card she can't play. Only tank T34. And it looks like this will be it for this first match. Well, it's a fun first match. Unless Taya has something in her hand, which is unlikely. She has lost this first match, so Duke is leading 1-0. Moonwolfie says, I rewatched the Yugi and Panic match not long ago. My being all down on herself after looking to Panic and his mind games. Meanwhile, Yami is unaffected by his mind games and is playing mind games back at Panic. The whole Swords of Revealing Light to remove the darkness of Panic's monsters we're hiding in. The 3 turns you will lose this duel, Panic. And using Catapult Turtle to launch Guy the Dragon Champion at Panic's fortress, but only destroying the levitation belt. The whole BS of Swords of Revealing Light being the only thing holding up the castle, and when it's gone, the castle will fall. And then Yellow Luster Shield making it so none of Panic's monsters could escape, and thus were squashed by the castle. It was pretty ridiculous, but it was like... It worked. It worked ridiculously well, is how I would say it. But yeah, it was a... Duelist Kingdom anime was really something else. The rules were just made up as they went. Yugi's like, I can have my giant soldier of stone attack my own moon card. Or, I can have Panic's castle fall on his own monsters. And Joey also played Time Wizard as a magic or trap card on the field. He played it face down. But I believe Time Wizard, very early on, may have been drafted as like a spell or a trap card. Or like a hybrid or something, as Dark Master Zork has come to the field. Alright, that Phalanx Pike card, that can only power up Shining Angel. Nicholas Argyros says, I can't believe we finally have Ring of Destruction, Ring of Defense come on the field and we don't activate it. That must have happened in the Joey and Kyber match. I probably missed it when I was watching it back and reading out comments, but it becomes a little bit of a habit. I've done it in a lot of duels as well. Daniel and Cameron probably as well, doing it as well. It's just such a natural reaction to either hold B down or just press B on an effect, because like 9 times out of 10 you don't need to use the effect. It's probably just a habit thing, and when it's not their turn, they're probably just switching off. Like, but it didn't matter. Kyber ended up getting the win. Emperor Pikachu 2013 says, way to come back, chum. Congratulations on 3K subscribers. Well deserved. I appreciate you, Emperor Pikachu. Yeah, yesterday the channel finally hit 3K subs. It's and I think about 2,000 of them have come in the last 365 days. So it's all been a recent surge as well. I think it was April last year when I hit 1,000. So yeah, it took, I think it was just under or just over about 2 years, I think it took to hit 1,000. If there's anyone out there who's doing or wants to do gaming stuff on YouTube, I would suggest doing shorts first, because shorts can pick up more views and more subs, especially when you're in those that under 1,000 mark. That under 1,000 mark, when you're still building that audience, you can like make all these videos and just get none of them watched, and it's really bad for the motivation. If you do shorts, and real basic shorts as well, just to build that sub count, that's how I would go about it if I was starting a brand new channel today. I kind of wish I did that earlier on, instead of doing longer form videos right away, that I would have done shorts. So I do them both now. Midnight DB says Jinzo is an archetype. It has like 18 cards. Jinzo, Jinzo Jector, Jinzo. Hang on, I'll just say the card. There's Layered, there's Lord, there's Returner, Jinzo 7, Jinzo the Machine Menace, Psychic Wave, Psychic Bounder. Yeah, I thought there were Jinzo, plenty of Jinzo cards out there. There's a Jinzo, somewhat of a Jinzo strategy deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Challenge duels against Joey, and it is a shocking deck. Like, it does not have any of these cards. It's got Jinzo Lord, and it's got regular Jinzo. I think it's got Jinzo Jector and Jinzo Returner, and that's about it. It doesn't have any of the others. So it's not really much of a Jinzo deck. It's a very poorly built deck. Very poorly AI built deck. Alright, there's a 4 for Taya. Sorry, Duke, I think. And, oh, okay, Dark Master Zork. It's a risky card because Dark Master Zork can destroy all of its own monsters. But Taya used a negate attack or something, because Duke used the effect in main phase 2, so he didn't want to leave 2 cards on Taya's side of the field, and it was good instincts because Wingweaver was waiting to get summoned. And at 2750, it would have defeated Dark Master Zork. There's Dunames. And Fairy's Gift as well. Oh, Honest is in hand. That's a good card as well, because that can take the equip. Sorry, they can take the attack of an enemy that's in damage step. So it'll get 27. So due names, in theory, should be 4,800 with the effect of Honest. So now that was added to Taya's deck as one of those like trump ace cards. There's only one of them in Taya's deck, but there it is. So to give her deck a bit of a boost to be somewhat competitive, if she draws the right cards, put due names to 4,800, and now Duke is on the back foot. And in response, he has got Gradius, 1,200, and Graceful Dice. Oh, 5, good roll. He'll be able to destroy Fairy's Gift, but he won't be able to get over due names. But he has to try. Has to try and get Taya's forces off the field. Ooh, Luminous Spark. That will power up due names a little bit further. Okay, did anyone watch Raw today? WWE Raw, for all the wrestling fans. We are so close to Mania. What else did I do today? I did a solo run on Pokemon Blue. I did Ivysaur. And, oh my word, Ivysaur was shocking. It got to the Elite Four pretty good, and then took about 40 minutes to beat it. And, oh my god, I didn't think it was going to end. Ivysaur had a lot of trouble. Holy hell, that's a lot of attack points. Ivysaur had a lot of trouble getting through Agatha. But, oh man, the Elite Four was just rotten. I think Ivysaur was like level 87 or something when it finally won. And I was so fed up with Ivysaur by the end of it, I took it to the box and released it to win the video. It was delisted. Its contract wasn't renewed. It was traded to the Washington Wizards. Sorry if anyone's a Washington Wizards fan, but you have to admit, your team is on the bottom of the conference quite often. I think it's the playoffs now in the NBA, isn't it? And it's, oh my god, 6,500. That's not necessary. Swords of Revealing Light has finally ended. And Taya has got 6,500 points of due names to Dark Witch on the field. Unfortunately, it is very easy to defeat a strategy like this. One good couple. Ah, that's tragic. She's drawn Fairy Meteor Crush. Oh, that's tragic. Because, like, you could take away just Silver Bow and Elves Light, I would say. Even that Spike card as well, because that's not actually doing anything. It's contributing 500 attack points, but then, the piercing damage. United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand gives you 800 for every face-up monster you have. Again, Taya's deck has been built around these equip cards. So we're going to see some pretty ridiculous duels with Taya, I think. But it's all in good fun. Duke with 2 cards face down. I mean, it's a competitive match. Oh, it's all magic and traps. He's got 4,800 points. He'll lose all of them. Oh, there's Shine Palace as well. Skull Dice. Reduce the impact. 6,100. Oof, I bet that hurt. Alright, it's 1-1. 1-1 and lengthy match as well. Now, would have flipped the switch dots one more time. It saves us having to build 2 decks on the same account. Gen X Ally Axel. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Taya goes with scissors. Okay, Taya starts off. She's... Oh, Dice Jar. I just seen Dice Jar. Oh, Yuranzo, the MVP, is in there as well. If you know, you know. Yuranzo, there was a match in Duelist Kingdom where Yuranzo, I kid you not, got revived like, I think it was four times, I think, Yuranzo got revived. The same Yuranzo in one match was, I think, revived twice with Monster Reborn, and I think it might have been revived with Call of the Haunted, and I don't know, another way, but I'm pretty sure it was 4 times in one match Yuranzo was revived from the graveyard. So Dice Jar is down. It is the rule. Duke Devlin has to play it, so we'll get a dice roll. Taya rolls 2, Duke rolls 4. 2,000 points off Taya. If Duke rolled a 6, that would have been 6,000 points of damage. That would have been done to Taya. He's got Shining Angel on the field. Duke has the MVP in Yuranzo. Unfortunately, Monster Reborn puts the cards to face up. So Shining Angel is at 1900. There's Dice Foon. That could destroy the field spell. Oh, he's rolled a 6. He's taken 1,000 points of damage. It's the sort of deck that will make you scream, this Duke deck. It'd be so frustrating. But it's got more luck-based strategy than Joey's. Joey likes flipping coins more than anything. Duke likes rolling dice. Gradius destroyed. Oh, there's another Gradius. And Duke's setting them. Gradius would be 1,700. And he does have Graceful Dice. Oh, there's Kestis of Dagla. Oh, and now Shine Palace. Ah, Monster Reborn. Well, Taya had a lot of equipped cards in her hand, and she had cards ready. It wouldn't have mattered what Duke did. He's still got his Graceful Dice. Maybe a bit late now. Turn change, Duke draws Summon Dice. And he throws it down. And he throws... Ah, a 6. Damn, Duke is not getting any luck in this match. Yuranzo, the MVP, face down on the field. Duke throws down Monster Reborn. I guess he has to. Unfortunately, he can't activate the effect of Dice Jar again. It's a flip effect. Gradius is brought back. It's at 1,700. Duke is going to throw his Graceful Dice. Oh, 3. Well, he would have liked it to have been a bit higher, but if only he had Orgoth the Relentless in his hand. And, oh, look at that, it wouldn't have even mattered. It wouldn't have mattered what he did. Taya had Negate Attack on the field. Oh, man. Poor Duke, he is... It has not been fair in this last match. But, well, poor Duke. The face down is Yuranzo. And Gradius attacks Gradius. So they're both gone 2,600. And that'll do it. Taya picks up a 2-0. It wasn't 2-0, it was 2-1. So Duke at least won one of the legs and put up a good show. Well, this one's all over. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. We got Chum Lee going up against